Welcome back and good afternoon, everyone. Today is quite a good day. I still remember 2 years ago when we have the very first Thailand Gold Forum. At that day, the price of gold was like $2,200 if I can remember that well, and $2,250 exact date on this day. And that day, we're talking about the gold bar at 33,950 baht, and the gold jewelry at 33,450 baht per 1 baht weight. And that day, some of the journalists asking the people here down here and also you guys that is that possible that the price of Thai gold will exceed 40,000 baht? Today, it's a new height. I just heard from Siago that today is another remarkable pricing of the Thailand gold price again. Today, the price is around $3,641.30 per ounce, and the price exists of 55,600 baht for the gold jewelry and 54,900 for the gold bar. Please give a big applause to your business. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I'm so sure that you would like to learn more about the gold and gold things, even that's in your life, in your blood, and in your spirit. But today we are talking about the gold in another perspective, especially for the gold for Thai market and also for the ASEAN market as well. Today I have a very good honor to have three experts from the from the gold industry from Thailand. The first one, Associate Professor Dr. Chak Asavanant. He is the Vice President of the Gold Trader Association and the owners of Hang Thong Buon Huon Long. Is that right? Yes. Okay, all right. And the next one, Dr. Piboonlit Viriyaphol. He is the Director of the Gold Research Center. And last but not least, Mr. Vorachai Tangsithpakdee. He is the CEO of GT Gold Bullion, Jin Hua Heng. And he also appointed as the Deputy Secretary General Gold Trader Association. Give a big applause to the panelists. Christopher Columbus said one thing. He said that gold is a treasure, and he who possesses it does all he wishes to in this world. It means that if you possess the gold or you got the gold, you can rule the world. That's the meaning of the gold. And today, are you own any of the gold yet? If not, you can invest outside because they do have the booths for selling it also. Before I starting my session, I would like to share my impressive on what Mr. Shao Kai just said about two things, which is the first one. He said about the gold bar integrity or GBI. That's very good initiative. However, it's also impact the gold industry in Thailand as well. That we are going to talk about that as the anti-money laundering organization as well. And the second one, that you lift the bar of another thing, which is the ASGM, which is one of the other initiatives, the artisan and the small-scale gold mining. That also impact the whole things here in the world as well. I would like to share this session with very first thing about the association by kick off the discussion of the Gold Trader Association. Thailand during the past 5 to 10 years it's changed a lot too, Dr. Chak. I would like to ask you whether what Thailand Trader Association have been instrumental to driving this type of change.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Dr. Sitthichai, for starting this discussion with such precise and relevant points. And your question is about the development?
Yeah.
That's right. So allow me to respond to that part. For over the past decade, Thailand's gold industry has gone through some remarkable changes, right? And one of the most important developments has been the rapid move into digital, right? And the rise of the online gold trading platforms and closer connections with the global markets, right? And these shifts have been driven by two main forces. Right? The first one is the advances in the technology, and the second one is just the changing in the consumer demand. Right? On the one hand, the new technologies made digital trading possible. On the other, the consumer expectations pushed the industry to adapt faster. Right? So for the details of that, I shall invite my colleagues to share more about this development and the important role of the association that has played in guiding this transformation. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. So the same question goes to you, Dr. Piboonlit.
I think the gold trading business now in Thailand is changing so much because first, the gold price is going higher and higher during like 10 years from before. And now we see that today we have the all-time high of Thailand gold bar price at 54,900 baht a baht gold. So I think the technology, the innovation has been considered, has been invented. For example, like we have the very interesting innovation in Thai gold business. We call the fractional gold saving. The fractional gold saving is very interesting. That because before we can buy any gold very easily because the gold price is just for like 1,000 baht a baht gold or 15.2 grams roughly. But now, if you want to own like 50.2 grams or 1 baht gold, you're gonna have to spend like 54,900 baht, excluding of those labor costs.
Yeah, that's right? so expensive.
Yes, so super expensive in terms of like salaryman to own the gold. So what happened to the fractional gold saving in Thailand? I think it's invented like 10 years ago, roughly. It's just to transform the amount of money to be the amount of gold in gram and put it into your database. And after that, you just add up every single month. If you want to save it monthly, if you want to save it like weekly or monthly, that depends on the behavior of your saving style. So after you add up and then when it's sum up into like 15.2 grams, you can go to the gold shop that own that fractional gold saving account to withdraw that gold to be the physical gold. Either it can be the gold bar or the gold jewelry, gold ornament, gold chains, whatever you want. So this is very interesting innovation, and I believe that Thai gold markets invent a lot of interesting innovation in gold.
Okay. In your viewpoint, Mr. Vorachai.
Yeah, hi. Since the two speakers has already talked about the digitalization, and the earlier session also has mentioned about that. The thing is, during the first phase of the establishment of the Gold Trader Association, we are actually have a long history of 42 years old. Yeah, that 42 years old, during the first 20 years, it take a long time for the organization, the association to start doing something, right? In 1992 is a year that the gold has already been exempted from the tax, 35% import tax. And then another about 10 years later, in around 2000, it's a year that the VAT has been used on the ornaments. So with the help, with the push and the effort from the Gold Trader Association, the founder, they have been actually giving a lot of ambitious vision to the organization. They have been putting a lot of effort in pushing, negotiate with the government segment to allow the industry to use to utilize the 0% VAT or even the tax. So should say that when we start this, we should actually thanks to the founder for their effort for trying to push and to help the industry to be improving such as a high level like what we have seen today.
Okay. When you're talking about 1992, the years that we, three of us, except you, still were very young. So in this case, I have to ask you, as you are at that period of time, can you please share us how you lobby the government to lower their VAT from 7% to 0%, so from import tax from 35% to 0%, and also VAT?
Okay, there's a little bit of a story behind this. If you don't mind, I would like to get to the story first about the origin of the GTA.
Okay.
And then to tell you about how it related to the tax problem, right? Just gonna take a few minutes.
Okay, please.
Okay.
Take your time.
The story of the Gold Traders Association began with the partnership of 11 prominent gold shop owners in Bangkok, Chinatown, very long time ago, who came together to form what became known as the Gold Traders Club, right? And they were 11 of them, so they call them it's the 11 Gold Traders Club, right? This 11 Gold Traders Club was built on social capital, right? So the fundamental elements that bounds its members were trust and personal relationships and handshake agreements, just that, right? And they shared mutual interest in promoting fair trade competition and establishing a common Thai gold standard, which helped strengthen the gold market since then, right? But it happened after the collapse of the Bretton Woods system and the devaluation of the US dollar way back in early 1970s.
When I was just 1 year old.
Right. Gold as a traded commodity experienced the extreme volatility, rising from the fixed price at the time, $35 per troy ounce, and then all the way up to $850 per troy ounce. Right, just within 8.5 years. This was a catastrophic increase for the Thai gold business because, like you said, at the time in Thailand, gold was subject to 35% custom duty. And the government had planned to collect an additional 10% as part of the newly introduced tax, which we knew is a value-added tax. Thailand gold market would be devastated by this taxation. So something had to be done, right? And that just around that time, the 11 Gold Traders Club, guided by its key members, took the next step and became a formal organization. That's just around 1983 that the Gold Traders Association was founded under a charter to solve the major market problems, right? And at that time, one of the principal functions that required immediate action was resolving the tax issues on gold, right? And then we raised several concerns with the government that 33% import tax or custom duty, right, had caused significant economic losses, and that it would encourage even more gold smuggling, right? We also highlighted that the gold could serve as a form of currency and an alternative reserve to the US dollar, proposing that the import tax should be reduced. That's what we do. That's what we did, right? Or ideally and hopefully fully exempted, right? In 1992, the good news came that the government finally exempted the gold bullion from both import and export taxes. That was the first part, right? Ever since, Thailand gold market started connecting more closely with the global trends, and as a result, consumer demand began to grow, right? But not for long, right? Because, however, soon after, the government introduced a 10% value-added tax, which had a severe impact on the gold business. And at that time, the Gold Traders Association, we took a bigger step by negotiating with the Revenue Department and explaining thoroughly that the newly introduced value-added tax would create serious problems for both gold shops and consumers, right? How would that be? Well, for gold shops, the tax would force transactions into the illegal sector, right? While for the consumers, it would result in double or even multiple taxation whenever they exchange their gold for the new ones, right? This, in turn, would risk slowing down the entire market, right? Despite this clear rationale, the Revenue Department ironically dismissed our concerns. So we are in deep trouble. But we did not stop, right? So faced with this challenge, we had to find another way to make our case. We then turned to the Thailand Development Research Institute, known as the TDRI, right? Another well-respected external government agency, right? And even funded independent research on the tax issue ourselves. We pay for the research, right, to get some results on the tax on gold, right? So in the end, the Revenue Department and the Ministry of Finance accepted the proposed tax reform on gold, right? Not because of our words alone, but because of the solid evidence and recommendations presented by the TDRI and the GTA, right? The whole process took, sounds pretty short, right? But it took almost 3 years. Almost 3 years, right? This reform came into effect in the year 2000, that in 1992, and this is the year 2000, allowing the gold market not only to survive, but to expand significantly, as we can see now. And that's just a brief story behind that.
Well, that's very impressive. Because of one of the key thing here in Thailand is that we are the hub of the jewelry as well. So not just only the gold, but also the other precious metals like the platinum or the silver, they're facing the same kind of issue. Import tax and also the VAT, all kind of that. The key elements that I have learned from you, Dr. Chak, is that we cannot really do the research alone, but have to have the support from the TDRI. So this would be a shortcut. I would tell the association of the Silver Trader Association about that also. Thank you very much for that. Well,
that was 20 years ago.
I know.
More than 20 years ago.
I know. But anyway, we do have the new Prime Minister right now. We do have the new Governor of Thailand right now. So in this case, I might think, in parentheses, it would be a good fate to have the same copycat from your industry.
I think the key word is collaboration and partnership.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's what we all need to do.
Sure. Okay. From one of the questions that I've heard from Albert, he always thinking about the 96.5% goal kind of standard. So I would like to ask Kun Vorachai about the gold standard. The 96.5% is very unique hallmark of Thai gold and cornerstone of its long standing out. It's using this like a long time ago. Could you walk through the backstory of how this nationwide standard was established, and what were some of the initial challenge in achieving the universal acceptance? Like he said, how we will go for the other countries.
Yeah, for the 965 standard in Thailand, right? We should say that long ago, it might be even more higher than 965. It should say that from what the research that I have found from the internet, right? I I found that the history of Thai, the oldest goldsmith in Thailand, is already nearly 160 years old, and still existing until now in the Chinatown. To what I have talked to the senior that I have known of, right? Since I'm not being able to ask the first generation of the goldsmith people, most of them say that eventually the gold percentage is actually more than 99%. Some will say that it was around 995, but somehow, right, due to the technology and the new style with the intricate design nowadays, right, in order to manufacture the 965, we need to put some soldering. So in that case, right, after time goes by, right, and due to the higher price during the Thai baht during that time should be probably less than 100, and since the big 11 that Dr. Chak mentioned, it should be around 80 years ago, right? From 99 over, right, it become to maybe 97, or maybe can lower as 94. During that time, the big 11 should say that they has discussed that there should be some standard for the Thai industry in order to have a high percentage and durability, right? The gold need to be added with some alloy.
Right.
So that 999 with the additional of 3.5% for the alloy mostly will be silver and some of copper. Used for the soldering. So from then on, right, with the communication with the manufacturer, should say that the factory people during that time, right, or suggest that 96.5 will produce the most bright yellow, oranges yellow, not greenish. So from that groups of 11 goldsmith club, they start onward with the 965. But still, right, the problem in the industry, we still see the 100% stamp on the piece of ornament. But still, because it was just an agreement among the 11, it's not a standard or a compulsory to the whole Thailand to use 965 during that time, right? Due to that, we have not much interaction with the government sector. There's no much of government control during that time, right? The control will start somewhere around 2001 onward, when the Board of Consumer Protection, the Office of Consumer Protection Board, are controlling the gold in the industry to put 965. From then onward, then we are using 965 formally.
Okay. All right. So in that case, it's called SOCOBO, or the Board of the Consumer Protection, put the bar on that. So in this case, as I just learned from Kun Pawan also, that she mentioned about exporting the 965 and also 99.99 in quite a very similar level. What you are going to see if the 965 will be the standard of the gold trading in the future?
Sure. Of course. Since even me, right, and when I was young until now, right, I will see the 965 written on the front of the goldsmith, most of the goldsmith. I seldom see the 49 stated on the front door of the goldsmith. So should say that 49 is more preferable for those high-end investors. But whereas the 965 is being tailored to a smaller size, let's say the 10 baht and below, right, or even the 300 milligram, right, or even 100 milligram. So to me, right, the 965 is more suitable for the a smaller size investor than the 49 is for a more like because the 49 actually you need to invest at least nearly 4 million per one investment. So it's a different segment. Should say that it's a different segment for the customer preference.
You want to add something, sir?
Yes, actually, the Gold Research Center, like 5 or 6 years ago, we conducted one of the research on how consumer in Thailand, what type of gold that the consumer in Thailand mostly consumed. So we found that more than 90% of the consumer of the Thai gold consumer love to buy the 96.5 gold here. So that's why if we calculate 90% of the Thai gold consumer, maybe like millions of people that consume Thai gold 96.5, which some of them like 5 or 6% know a lot, know about 99.99 gold ornaments too, but with 90% or more consume only 96.5% of gold. I believe that this could be the international standard in the near future.
Okay, I could not refuse any of the word that you talk about. Before 2020, when they have the COVID-19, Thailand has more than 5 million Myanmar workers work here in Thailand. More than 2 million of the Cambodian workers work here in Thailand. And more than 50,000 Laotian people work here in Thailand. All of them bought the gold at the goldsmith shop. Exactly. And send it back to their own country. Even that, I can see that the goldsmith shop at those country, they consume 99.99%. But this is lifting the bar of the 96.5, and it's spread out into the ASEAN regions also. Do you see the same thing, Mr. Chuck?
Yes. I think we have to start from inside out, right? It's no doubt about that people in Thailand like what the number from statistic that Dr. Piboonlit just mentioned, that more than 99% for Thai people that prefer 965 more than maybe 99, because if you want to buy 99.99% gold ornament, there will be more expensive, right? Right. I think that's right. But if you go for 965, then it's cheaper, of course. And what I mean by inside out is that we have to start from our ASEAN countries, right? That we have to introduce all those Thai gold ornaments 965 to them, starting from those who are working in our countries, right? And then they export their gold back to their families and then the cousins, right? And then when their family members got the gold, when they want to sell it, maybe they come back to Thailand.
And it's already king. Yeah, it's already being real.
I have one example.
Like
yeah, please.
Yes, of many of the tourists that come to Thailand, and they visit the gold stores, gold shops around the Chinatown. At the first time, I believe that they just come in and found out that, oh, this gold chain is interesting. The color they call yellow. They call the 96.5 gold as yellow. It's very, very yellow. So it's attract the customer who see the color of the gold and want to wear it as the gold chains or gold bracelet or gold jewelry. So at that time they just bought it and going back to their hometown. And one day I saw him again after that, maybe like several months after he bought the gold chains from my shop in the middle of Chinatown, he came back without any money. And he just pulled off the gold chains he bought and said, okay, I would sell this. Because he knows that the Thai gold standard, we also announced the buyback gold ornament price.
Okay.
So instead of doing the exchange on the money they have, so they just came back with nothing in the pocket.
Yeah, right.
And then with only one chain, but big one, big one anyway. Okay, so they just sell it back to us and then got the cash. But anyway, we have to keep the records of the passports, visas, and identity, whatever, according to the envelope. Okay, and they get the money back to like traveling around Thailand. And after that, they just traveling to Thailand for like a couple of weeks, and then they come back again, use their last what they have left of the money to buy back the gold again, but smaller one. After spend the money on the Thai market, whatever, there and in several provinces, and they go back again, and they come do this back and forth all the time. So this is what many of the gold ETF investor has told me once, that gold is cash, especially for Thai gold, it can be cash, but according to the Thai law.
Okay, that's a very good example. So when talking about this, I have to jump across to some kind of the counterfeit gold also. Dr. Chak, can I ask the issue of the counterfeit gold? The counterfeit gold normally is a persistent concern for the consumer. How does the association educate and equip the consumer with the knowledge or protect them from the counterfeit or fake product?
Okay, this is an excellent question and a very important one, and not an easy one to answer. Counterfeit gold has long been a persistent challenge in the gold market, as you say, and the GTA, the Gold Traders Association, takes this issue very seriously. We have established a dedicated subcommittee and a special task force, and the group is responsible for providing legal guidance and implementing detailed step-by-step protocols for handling counterfeit cases. Right, and this is important. We also run nationwide awareness campaigns and workshops for local gold shops to promote best practices in verification, such as gold testing techniques, maker's marking, and certification. What I mean by certification, I have to go back a little bit to our program. That is the Gold Shop Certification Program. That refers back to the what Sepam used to say about the Office of the Consumer Protections Board. Right. But anyway, about the maker's marking, the maker's mark is the stamp of the shop's name and logo, along with the gold purity mark of 965, right, on the gold product. And the key initiative in this effort is the, like I said, Gold Shop Certification Program, which helps consumers identify legitimate shops that comply with our strict standards of purity, accurate weighting, and business ethics, right? And furthermore, we frequently share real-world case studies where counterfeit gold was successfully detected and prevented through this measure. This is not only serves to educate the public and our members, but it's also fundamental to building greater confidence in the entire industry, I hope. Right. Regarding a case study on counterfeit gold, I will not be talking about any of those, except that I will mention one for consumer awareness. Right. I could briefly mention the high-profile scandal involving the last year. Right. What about it? It serves as a cautionary example of fraud concerning substandard gold, overpricing, and the misleading practices. right, such as false advertising behind the online gold business, right? And it appeared that well over 300 customers suffered financial losses and filed complaints with the authority. And Consumer Protection Police Division launched a criminal investigation charging the couple with the public fraud, computer crimes, and misrepresentation, right? And they took them. The police took them to jail, but they are not in the court yet. Just until last November, that the couple stood trial in criminal court, and that would take several years to be concluded, right? But in the meantime, the two defendants have been released on bail pending trial, right? It is important to note that their gold shop is not in the Gold Traders Association membership list. That we have to underline that.
So they have to be your member.
They are not, luckily, right? So this is just to illustrate why makers marking, certification, and buying from reputable gold shops are essential, right? And then why consumer education must remain a priority in this case.
Thank you very much for that, for sharing things. The next one, we cannot really refuse that gold is the money, like Dr. Piboonlit also said. And the government and also the other international government also are concerned about the anti-money laundering, because of gold can be one of the weapon or one of the key elements for the money laundering. Can you share with me the anti-money laundering that we just exercised? What's happened to the industry and also what's still going on?
So for the gold business, we participate in the AML law, AML CFT laws, so closely with the Office of the Office of the Anti-Money Laundering, very closely. Actually, I want to say one thing that last year at 2024, we got the award of excellence from the AMLO as the very good participant in the AML CFT laws. And maybe next year, we are from this year to the earlier of next year, we're gonna carry out a lot of projects. For example, like e-learning for informing or educating the gold shop owners to understand and get the certificate from the AMLO, which we according with University of Sitthichai Road, Pasan Mid Campus, to do the e-learning program and to certify those who pass the exam from the AMLO. And we also what we did or what we have done with the AMLO is that we are the main participants that do the report, both threshold-based reporting. In Thailand, it's like if you spend like 2 million baht in cash, you have to report to the Office of AML, Anti-Money Laundering. So we participate in the report. Let's say like we are the sector, one of the biggest business sector that report, let's say, a lot comparing to those financial institutions, maybe very similar. And also we try to educate the seller at the front of the store to see the strange transaction, to see the strange of the buyer, in which that if the buyer come up with the strange actions in buying gold or selling gold, we have to report to. So we did a lot of strange transaction reporting very nicely too. And we also keep the information, keep recording the customer due diligence or KYC, know your customers, very, let's say, according to the Thai laws, very nicely too.
All right. So it means that those 7,000 shops, gold shop, will be easily learned from online also.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. So in this case, your member will be free from the court.
Yes,
ship,
because
something like that.
what we want, what our association wants is to sell or buy good gold
Okay, good.
with good ethics too.
Okay. We have very short period of time. So to wrap up the insightful discussion, I would like to ask each of you to leave us with one final thought of or the piece of advice. คุณวรชัยครับ what message would you like to convey to both gold traders or consumer as we collectively work preserve and enhance the culture and economic legacy of Thai gold? Can you share us? Your last word for saying to lift for the consumer.
Okay, my last conclusion would be that why Thailand is 965, right? We are actually a very unique country that have a 965%, and the only country that are selling ornament in the fixed weight. For example, 1 baht, it will be about 15.16 gram, right? That 15 or 16 gram, we are not selling by gram, but we are selling at a very specific. For example, the length of the necklace, 24 inch, 26 inch, 28 inch, we are having the same weight, which we don't see anything happen this in any other part of the world. So should say that 965 will be a very niche market for us in Thailand here.
Imply the impact of the unique of the Thai gold ornament also. Okay. Dr. Piboonlit, do you like to brief some of the message?
Yes, what I want to express to all of you is that for those who never experience the Thai gold, let's say, as the member of the Thailand Gold Trader Association's member, would like to warmly invite you to try to buy or to consume the Thai gold, whatever that is, gold necklace or gold jewelry. And if you try, you will see why we call the Thai gold as the cultural heritage, why we call it the inheritance of the craftsmanship of the Thai gold ornaments.
Okay, yes. Dr. Chak, do you want to lift some of the message?
Okay. Let's wrap it up, right? For the past several years, gold has shown to be one of the strongest performing commodities, driven by the increasing demand from central banks and investors. That's everywhere, right, in the world. And we must now leverage this momentum onto two fronts. First, to our traders and financial institutions. We must innovate and lead in making Thailand a regional hub for gold trading, right? And second, to our valued customers, continue to value gold not only for its cultural significance, but also for its proven power as a stabilizing asset in your personal financial portfolio, right? And I think this is how we build a legacy, right? Both economically and culturally, right? And lastly, a note of caution to all participants in the gold market. Exercise utmost diligence by thoroughly researching all details before completing any transactions. And may we also remain mindful of the sufficiency economic philosophy of our revered late King Bhumibol Adulyadej Rama IX, right? Integrating this wise counsel into our financial practices to ensure lasting and stable prosperity. And that should be it. Thank you.
Actually, I would like to wrap up, but Dr. Chak already wrapped all the things up. And then thank you very much for sharing us, the panelists. And last but not least, the anonymous said one of the words is that gold is the king. So in this case, you are in the king business. Thank you very much for all the panelists. Can please give a big applause to the panelists. Thank you very much.